I'm going to tell you which legendary hero skins will give you the most bang for your buck by ranking them based on how many custom features they have. So as you can see from the video chapters, we're starting with the Barbarian King. The number one Barbarian King skin is the Champion King. Now every single one of these skins, King, Queen, Warden, and Champion, have 100% custom animations, so this is the only time I'm going to mention it. Just know all these skins have 100% custom animations. Now the Champion King is loaded with visual effects as well. He's got a constant visual effect, deployment visual effect, attacking, ability, knockout, resting, and he spawns custom troops. But even though he's number one, he almost has the least amount of sound effects. There's only one skin with less sound effects than him. The sound effects that he does have are his selection, pose, and attacking. There are two skins that tied for second place. The first one is the Beat King. Now the Beat King is only missing his knockout sound effect. He has his selection, pose, deployment, attacking, and ability sound effects, and he's tied for the second most amount of visual effects. He has a selection, pose, deployment, and he spawns custom troops. And the skin that ties with him on sound effects is also the skin that ties with him for second, the Lunar King. The Lunar King is also just missing a knockout sound effect. He has all the same sound effects as the Beat King, and he's tied for second with visual effects, having a deployment, attacking, ability, and spawning custom troops. Now in third place for King skins is the Ice King. Now the Ice King was very close to also tying for second, but based on this poll that I put out on my channel, you guys said visual effects are way more important than sound effects, and the Beat King and Lunar King have better visual effects than him. He actually has one extra sound effect than the Beat or Lunar, but because of the visual effects, they take second place. The Ice King has 100% custom sound effects, selection, pose, deployment, attacking, ability, and knockout, and he only has 3 visual effects: his pose, ability, and he spawns custom troops. So those are the top skins. Let's quickly go through 4th through 7th place. The Summer King is in 4th place. He's only missing his knockout sound effects, and he has 2 visual effects along with spawning custom troops. Those visual effects are deployment and ability. The Warrior King is in 5th place with 100% custom sound effects, but he only has a couple visual effects. He's got a deployment and ability visual effect, and he's the only Barbarian King skin that does not spawn custom troops. One of the reasons why he's ranked so low. The Pixel King is tied for 5th. He has 100% custom sound effects just like the Warrior King, but he has one less visual effect than the Summer King, who is in 4th place. The Pixel King only has a deployment visual effect and he spawns custom troops. The Magic King is in 6th place. He's missing 2 sound effects, but he does have a selection, pose, deployment, and attack sound effects. And then for visual effects, besides spawning custom barbarians, all he has is a subtle sparkly visual effect that's constantly around him. And in dead last is the League King. He has the least amount of sound effects out of all the skins, only a selection, pose, and attack sound effects. He also has the least amount of visual effects, with only a resting visual effect and spawning custom barbarians. He's objectively terrible value, and he also costs a lot of league medals. So in summary, the ranking is Champion, Beat, Lunar, Ice, Summer, Warrior, Pixel, Magic, and League. And here's where my opinion comes in. This is how I would rank them: Pixel, League, Summer, Magic, Lunar, Ice, Champion, Beat, and Warrior King in last. Moving on to the Archer Queen. And just like the King, only one of these Queen skins does not spawn custom archers. In first place is the Champion Queen. For her sound effects, she's only missing one. She has selection, pose, deployment, attacking, ability, but she's missing her knockout sound effect. And she has a constant visual effect along with a deployment, attacking, and ability visual effect. And of course, she spawns custom troops. The Pixel Queen is in 2nd place. She almost tied with the Champion Queen. The only difference is the Champion Queen has that extra constant visual effect, but the Pixel Queen still has a deployment, attacking, and ability visual effect, and she spawns custom archers. And she's the only legendary Queen skin in the shop in 2023 that has 100% custom sound effects. The League Queen is in 3rd place. She's only missing 2 out of her 6 sound effects. She's got selection, pose, deployment, and attacking, and she only has 1 less visual effect than the Champion Queen, who's on top. She has attacking, ability, and resting visual effects, and she also spawns custom archers. The Magic Queen is in 4th place. She's missing 2 sound effects, but she has selection, pose, deployment, and attacking, and for visual effects, she has a constant visual effect and attacking visual effect, and she spawns custom troops. And in last place, 5th place, is the Warrior Queen, and she is by far the least value out of all the Queen skins. She only has 2 custom sound effects, her deployment and ability. Paired with those 2 sounds are deployment and ability visual effects, along with a custom attacking visual effect. And you guessed guessed it, she is the only legendary skin that does not spawn custom archers. So in summary, the ranking is Champion, Pixel, League, Magic, Warrior. And my ranking would be Pixel, Champion, Magic, League, Warrior. And if this video has helped you so far, please consider subscribing. After all, you don't want to miss out on my other buying guides for sceneries and gold pass skins, right? Now for the Grand Warden. Now Grand Warden skins technically give you the most value because you're essentially getting twice as many features as any other hero because the Warden has two modes, air and ground. But anyway, at number 1 is the Pixel Warden. He is definitely the most value packed skin on this list. He's the only legendary Warden skin with 100% custom sound effects. He also has a few visual effects. He has deployment, attacking, and ability. But surprisingly, he doesn't have the most visual effects in this list. The League Warden is tied for second with one other skin. He's only missing a couple sound effects. He has selection, pose, deployment, attacking, and he's missing ability and knockout. The League Warden actually has one more visual effect than the Pixel, who's on top, but he has 2 less sound effects than the Pixel Warden, so that's why he's bumped down to second. He has a lot of visual effects actually. He has a constant, deployment, attacking, and resting. The Champion Warden is pretty similar to the League Warden, and they are tied for second. They both give essentially the same value. Depending on how important visual effects are to you, you could debate whether or not these two skins, the League and the Champion Warden, top the Pixel Warden in value. The Champion Warden has selection, pose, deployment, and attacking sound effects, and he has a constant visual effect on top of checking all the same visual effect boxes as the Pixel Warden. So just like the League Warden, he has one more visual effect than the Pixel Warden, but 2 less sound effects than the Pixel Warden. Magic Warden is in third place. I've been surprised how low these Magic skins have been ranking. They seem to be a fan favorite, but the Magic Warden is only missing one sound effect. He has selection, pose, deployment, attacking, and knockout. He's missing ability sound effect. And he has 3 visual effects, constant, attacking, and ability. The Shadow Warden is in last place, and he ranks so low because of how many sound effects he's missing. He has a selection, pose, and attacking sound effects, but he's missing deployment, ability, and knockout. And as far as visual effects, he checks the same boxes as the Champion and Magic Warden, a constant, attack, and ability visual effects. In summary, the ranking is Pixel, League, Champion, Magic, and Shadow. And my ranking would be Pixel, League, Magic, Champion, Shadow. Now for the Royal Champion. At number 1, it might surprise you, might not surprise you, is the Jolly Champion. The Jolly Champion, she's only missing one sound effect. She's got selection, pose, deployment, attacking, and ability. She's missing a knockout sound effect. One note about her ability sound effect, it's technically custom, but the way I see it, it has less value than the default Champion sound effect. Think of it this way. There are 3 or 4 separate sound effects that they combined for the default Champion's ability sound effect, but for the Jolly Champion, they've removed all of them and just left the most basic sound. And the Jolly Champion has 5 custom visual effects, while every other Champion skin only has 3. She's got pose, attack, ability, knockout, and resting visual effects. The Magic Champion comes in second. Compared to the other Magic skins, she ranks the highest in her category. She's got selection, pose, deployment, attacking, and knockout. She's missing ability sound effects. As I mentioned, she has 3 custom visual effects. You might have guessed that just like the other Magic skins, she has a constant visual effect and also an ability and attacking visual effects. The Pixel Champion ties with the Magic Champion for second place, and she's the only legendary skin with 100% custom sound effects. She also has 3 visual effects, deployment, attacking, and ability. The Primal Champion comes in 4th place. She's missing one more sound effect than the Magic and Jolly Champion, who come in 1st and 2nd, but the ones she does have are selection, pose, attacking, and ability. And just like the Pixel Champion, she has deployment, attacking, and ability visual effects. The Primal Champion is in the same boat as the Jolly Champion with her ability sound effects. It's technically custom, but it's less value than the default sound effect. Also, her attacking sound effect is almost indistinguishable from the default one. Oh, and dead last is the League Champion, and it's not even close. She by far gives the least value. She only has 3 custom sound effects, selection, pose, and attacking, and she has a single resting visual effect. For comparison, all the other Champion skins have 3 visual effects, except the Jolly Champion, who has 5 visual effects. League Champion just doesn't have the value. So in summary, the ranking is Jolly, Magic, Pixel, Primal, League. My ranking would be Pixel, Primal, Magic, Jolly, League. Now that you know which skins to spend your hard-earned cash on, you should also watch this Gold Pass skin buying guide if you're considering dropping some gems on skins as well.